Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Ezra. I am a certified trauma-informed coach and manifestation guide. In today's video, I'm going to be covering the topic of manifestation and using logic versus emotion. I think a lot of us can get bogged down with some limiting beliefs that we've had surrounding the logical perspective we've been given, and so today my intention is to debunk some of those myths. So when it comes to manifestation, there are two ways to do it. You can either force and logic and think and effort and push your way through to your manifestation, or a much simpler and more joyful way is to think of a desire and feel your way into it. And if you've never done this before, it can feel pretty challenging, but once you get the hang of it, manifestation becomes so much more fun and you will be more at ease when it comes to achieving your desires. I used to be a very logical person, and I used to force my way through life in the most logical, analytical way possible. When it came to making decisions, I was always very stressed. I needed a lot of information to make those decisions so I could make the very best decision. And I compared all of my options and I did all of the research and got all of the outside opinions I needed before coming to a decision. And reflecting on that time in my life, that was really stressful. Not only was it stressful, but I didn't make a lot of progress. Everything that came to me with a lot of effort, and it was really exhausting to live my life that way. Most people these days, because they don't understand how manifestation works, are living that way. They feel like if they want a job, they have to spend 8 hours a day searching for one. They feel like if they want a specific person, they have to be texting that person every single day, constantly trying to impress them. If they want more money, they feel like they have to be doing like 6 different side hustles and having 2 jobs. If they're trying to lose weight, they feel like they have to work out at the gym 2 hours a day and count all of their calories and like just force and effort their way into it. And I lived that life before, and it was no fun. I was really miserable doing that type of manifestation. Now, you can still achieve results doing it that way, but I'm here to tell you that it's so much easier, so much more fun, so much better of an experience on the other side of that. If you are not new to manifestation, you may have already heard of inspired action, but if you don't know about it, I'm going to get into it a little bit. Inspired action is very simply defined as action you feel inspired to take. Now, I don't know about you, but there's some commercials sometimes on TV that are absolutely ridiculous and they are really dumb and silly, and you like laugh at them and they're lame and they mean nothing to you. There's no inspired action at all. But every once in a while, there will be a commercial where you're like, that's an interesting product. Let me go look at that. That is a perfect example of inspired action. Another great example is when you get hungry and you have a very specific craving for a certain food. The action you take to go obtain that specific food feels easy. You're like, heck yeah, I want some tacos. I'm gonna go get some tacos. There's not this like, oh my gosh, okay, I really need tacos. So, okay, how much money do I have? And like freaking out and like, okay, there's like 10 different restaurants. Which one am I gonna go to? And okay, is this one open? It doesn't feel like scrambling to go achieve your desire. It doesn't feel like you're efforting so much that you have to try so hard. It just feels like, that sounds like something that I'd like to eat. What are my options? Oh, okay, I like that restaurant. They have good tacos. Let's go. Like, it should really be that simple to manifest. Everything should be that simple to manifest. And so when it comes to emotion versus logic, a lot of us get bogged down in the logic side of things. Whether that's because we've been taught limiting beliefs from our childhood, or our previous experience is the evidence we're using to believe that, to justify those beliefs. Regardless of why you're holding on to that perspective, it's probably not the most helpful thing if you want to make manifestation easy. And if you are constantly fighting yourself, if you are constantly draining your energy, trying to will your desires into existence, that is the worst possible way to manifest, and you will burn out so quickly that you will not persist. And one of the number one rules of manifestation is persist until it arrives. Persist until the manifestation is real in your 3D. Persist from within until it exists without. So doing everything from like a struggle, hardship, logic-based perspective tends to drain your energy so quickly because it's not natural. We are not made to force our desires into existence. We're made to select our desire and allow our consciousness, the God within us, the higher power within us, the source within us, whatever you want to call it, to essentially do the work for us. We will feel inspired through our emotions, through our feelings, to take an action that feels good, that feels happy, that feels blessed and exciting and fun, and something that feels natural. Manifestation should absolutely feel natural because it is natural. Everything in life is a manifestation. We have thoughts and feelings that inspire actions that create results. So if you're unhappy with the results and you go back to the drawing board, but the drawing board is full of all these crazy complicated things, it's just making things harder for yourself than it needs to be. I have some experiences that have shown me I can manifest doing both things, right? So for example, I have manifested plenty of jobs that I did not want, that I was not happy about, that the money wasn't even really good, but I felt like I needed to have them at the time. I felt like I needed to go work there. I felt like I had no other options. I felt like that's what I had to do. And on the other end of the spectrum, I have taken inspired action that has led to me generating income in a way that felt easy, that felt fun, that felt delightful to experience. And similar manifestations have shown me the same pattern, have shown me the same result over time, that if I will things into existence, if I force, if I struggle, if I'm spending all of my energy trying to decide what I'm supposed to do, taking advice from people because that's what I have to do to achieve my manifestation, and it has to come in this form, and I have to exert this much effort in order to have it, that was a much more draining and negative experience than some of the more positive experiences I've had where I've manifested with ease, because I waited for the action to feel right. I waited to feel happy and excited, and to feel as though I was being led in the direction that was best for me. This is something you can practice over time and get better at over time, but in the beginning can feel a bit challenging sometimes. So don't feel stressed if it's hard to switch from the logic to the emotional side. Don't feel bogged down that you're not getting it yet, or that it's so hard for you. You can affirm manifestation is easy for me. It's always easy for me to decide what to do next. It is always easy for me to choose my desires. Everything is always working out for me. My life is wonderful. My manifestations come easily. You can use visualizations or music or meditation or exercise, time in nature, time with friends, doing hobbies that fulfill you in the meantime, that put you at ease in the meantime while your manifestations are unfolding. And trust me when I say, taking a break from it all, getting to a state of peace and calm is the best time to receive inspired action. Once you are no longer stressed and struggling and working and pushing and striving, there will come a time where you feel at ease and the right action, the right inspiration, the right ideas will come to you. You can easily get yourself into that state with some practice. And the number one thing is rejecting the logical side of your brain that is going to try to keep you bogged down and stuck in those routines and stuck in those cycles and stuck in trying. Manifestation is not about trying, it's about easing into it. It's about calming yourself enough to listen to your internal guidance system, to feel into your intuition, to take that inspired action. So if this video has been helpful to you, go ahead and drop a like, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel for more. You can hit the little bell icon to be notified when I post, and I will be posting the video on limiting beliefs next. So if that interests you, you're welcome to ask some questions below and I can cover those in my next video. Otherwise, if you have anything you'd like to discuss in private, I have my email in the description box below. I can be reached there for questions that you don't want to have in the comments section. And if you'd like one-on-one email coaching, you can reach me there as well. I hope that today's video was helpful. I know when I began my manifestation journey, this would have sounded crazy to me. I probably would have rejected it. But now that I am years into my manifestation journey, I understand things from a better perspective, and I have real experiences as evidence that support that getting away from logic and embracing your feelings and emotions is the best way to manifest.